Okay, so for this part, we're gonna inspect. As you can see, this is my finished product. And then we're gonna inspect it here. If that works, okay. 1 second. Developer tools. Okay? So for the thin gray line, I in the styles section, if I can get to it, head style. In the style section for the thin gray line, there was this HR line because I used the element HR, and I made the width of this thin line 305 pixels to sort of make it the same size as my. Let's see if I can get this bigger. So I made the width of the thin gray line 305 pixels to put it in line with the image and the sort of container for this this part of the project. And then I also just made it 1 pixel thick. And then, okay, now if we go out of the style and into the body, you can see here the HR line element that allows us to that this is the HTML element is HR in brackets, and the class is HR line, as we saw above. And then for the border and rounded corners, so the HTML element is in here, I believe. Or sorry, no, it's the profile container. So basically, we were able to create the rounded corners because in this profile container class, sorry, so it's a div element, and it's a profile container class. And when we go up here to the style, profile container has the 305 pixel width to keep it consistent. But the key to this, the rounded corners, is the border radius here, which is 4 pixels, and this really is what makes that happen. And then obviously some other things, we give a little margin between the line and the image or the profile container as it is, so the profile container is the image, and then the text down here with Seanrad. Okay, and then next for the white heart on the solid gray background. It's a bit hard to navigate here, but so we have a CSS class in the style for dot heart, I believe. It's here somewhere. There it is. And so I set a size, in terms of width and height that just seemed to make sense based on what I saw. And then I took the background image from the URL given to me, and I made sure that I gave it a margin to the right so I could write the text after it without it sort of being stuck together. And I didn't need to specify the color here because it was sort of white by default, but it's in that button, the like button, which has a gray color. So that meant that the contrast made it all visible. And then the in this profile we get the heart, or sorry, in the like button class we get the heart sort of within it, and then after that the text in a so the heart's in a div, and then a span after it has the like me on Tinder text, which allows this all to work. Okay, and then the heart, what? Oh, so I kind of explained 2 in 1 here, but the heart was in the gray background, basically just by nature of creating the color for the background and leaving the heart as white, and then sort of the second part was the heart was next to and then next is the image, sort of the verification image next to the Sean Rad text, and basically this was the div class checkmark inside the profile header here. So we had the Sean Rad as a span again. We had this text info, and then by having this div element checkmark, we're able to put this image into the text, or into the sort of profile information. So back up in the CSS, this was in dot checkmark here. So again, specified the size that sort of, I just played around with that to figure out what seemed right, and then inserted the image, and I was all good. And then I centered the element with the Tinder logo. So this top one in the div class logo container. So I created it here, and AI, don't need AI. So in this div class logo container, it was centered, and this basically came from a lot of different. Basically, there was a lot of stuff I did in the CSS to make this happen. So I just did this at the very top, I believe, in body and logo container. So I made sure that in this logo container, you can see we specify the width, so it's 305, like the rest of this, and the height is 67, which is just the default when I inspected the image I was given. And then this is centered. This element is centered, sorry, just with this, I don't know what you'd call it, but it with this justify content center, and that allows us to keep it in the middle there. And then we center the like me on Tinder element by, again, it was sort of creating a container. I think I just called this one the like button. There it is. So again, it was this justify content center that gave us the horizontal centering, and then it was a div class like button, I believe, down here, where so getting myself into all sorts of trouble, where it was created. So this is what allowed us to do that. And then I think that's it for this first video. So thank you very much. Sorry it took so long.